some paperwork signed today. Doesn't look like we have to get out of the car, which is a good thing. And Corey's with me and Luna's with us. So that's what we're gonna do this morning. I haven't eaten breakfast yet, so I will probably eat like a breakfast lunch when I get home. Then we are going to stop at Dunkin' Donuts. Starbucks has been closed and I don't know why, but we found Dunkin' Donuts and they also have espresso. So we get espresso from there and we add our premier protein to it, and it tastes really good. It tastes pretty close to the same. It is a foggy morning out. We are having, this was my breakfast this morning, is a premier protein with a triple shot of espresso at Dunkin' Donuts. And we are gonna make these for lunch because these are leftover and we need to use them up. So we're each getting 5 of these, and these are 4 points for 5 of the chicken pot stickers. And these are really good. And then we're gonna cut up a zucchini here. And I'm gonna leave the peel on because it is organic, so I'm okay with the peel on. And I washed it really good and dried it. And then for dinner, I'm not sure exactly what we're gonna have for dinner yet, but I did take out a ground turkey. We're gonna make some breakfast sausage tonight. I'll take you along and show you how we make that. And we are also gonna make some more Mexi rolls because we're all crazy for the Mexi rolls. And we just used up our leftover Mexi roll mix. So I'm gonna make some of that and I'll show you how I make that. So this is going to be some chopped up zucchini that I'm gonna just fry up with some Trader Joe olive oil or coconut spray, I think it is. I'll show you the can. I just cut them up in half moon sizes and take some extra thick ones, and the dogs love them. Good job. Here, you clipsticated. Or Luna. Here, Miley. Can you catch Miley? Good catch, Miley. They love zucchini. Dogs love zucchini. And the reason we found that out is because we got a bunch from a co-worker of Corey's. I think it was a co-worker anyway. But we had a box set on the floor, and this little guy took one out and ate the whole entire thing. And then I looked online to make sure they weren't bad for dogs because I had no idea. And supposedly they're really good for dogs, and dogs love them. And they really do. Give it a try. That's what I've got going on in my air fryer. I just make sure they're all separate and not touching. And then we're gonna put these in at 350 for, I'm gonna try 5 minutes and see how that works out. So this is the spray that I use for the zucchini, coconut oil spray. I never can remember the name of it. And then my premier protein that went inside my triple espresso from Dunkin' Donuts is the chocolate. It's pretty much how we like our zucchini brown too. So these are pretty much done. I think I'm gonna pull them off here in about 1 minute. So this is our lunch. We have 5 pot stickers for 4 smart points, zucchini for 0. So I don't know if I showed you guys outside today, but it is cloudy again today. It rained yesterday. But it is not super cold out. It's probably in the 40s again. Got lots of birds out here again. Still answering comments. It's been about 3 hours. And I am going to get all these comments answered, guys. I am. You guys, you take your time to comment to me, and I need to answer all of them back. So I either heart them, or I comment if you guys ask a question, or if there's something on there I feel like I want to comment to, I will definitely comment back. But I have just been going through all of these and trying to catch up. So I have quite a few left to do yet, but I've been getting there. Oh, here's one that wants budget updates. Lucy, yes, I am going to do more budget updates, definitely. I love doing the budget videos, and we have been doing awesome at our budget. That's one thing we have not strayed on. Is our budget. So I am definitely doing another video and updating everybody how we've been doing on those. So if you want to see another budget video, watch for the teal thumbnail. I always have my budget ones in teal. Making a burrito because I'm hungry right now. And somebody had asked me how I got my scale to read 0 after I put my coffee cup on it. So what you do is you put your coffee cup on your scale and you press the tare button. So it'll say tare there. So you just press it and then it'll read 0. And if you want it grams or ounces, there's the ounces. Mine, if you do grams, you press this again. I'm not sure what button this is, but if you press it twice, it'll go either to ounces or to grams. So whichever you want to measure. And I do both. I do ounces for my Premier Protein because I'm getting my coffee ready.
Crazy.
So I do 2 ounces or right about there. If it goes over a little bit, I don't really worry about it too much. So 2 ounces of Premier Protein. And then, so then I put it back to grams and I tear it out again for my next creamer. And I put in about 30 grams of this. Usually I'll put in 15, but today I'm going to put 30 in because I'm only having 2 cups today. I already had one this morning. So I put that in, and then the last thing I use is the mocha skinny syrup. And then I tear this again because I only put in about 20 grams of this. 15 to 20. There, that's good. I don't try to push it because usually it'll go over if I do. This is the creamer I use. It's the sugar-free Coffee Mate Italian sweet cream. And then I fill the rest up with coffee. And this is a good cup of coffee. This is going to be 2 points because I did put in a little bit of extra creamer in here. The same thing with my ham on here. This is 1.10 ounces. So this is actually going to be 1 1/8 ounces, 0 smart points, and that is of the uncured ham, applewood smoked. That's the only kind I could get. Usually we get a different kind, but this works as well. But that is what I've got on there, and I'm going to fry up 2 of my small eggs from my chickens, and that'll be 0, so this will be 2 points. These are the wraps I use. There is no shortage of these wraps. For whatever reason, people are not hoarding these wraps, which is good. Some raw onions on there too, because I love me some raw onions. Isn't that right? You can't have onions. They're bad for you. I'm so sorry. You either. I don't know if I mentioned this to you guys, but with my wrap, I always cut off like each edge of it. This one I ripped off, but it's just too much wrap for me, so I cut it off because it saves a few calories, I guess. And that's what I do all the time when I have my breakfast burrito. I don't know if I ever mentioned that before. And then I'm having a large glass of water in my cup. Always here. He usually sets his head up here and just watches me eat. And man, I can't say no to him. I can't. He doesn't go after my food, at least. That I would say no to. Collected a nice warm egg from the hen house. I only have 2 chickens, so we get about 2 eggs a day. Sometimes only 1, depending on if one is being lazy. The dogs just had a big long run, so they're pretty pooped out, huh? You want some water? They're very messy drinkers, so we have a rag towel over there to wipe up the mess. Now, while I edit my budget video, I am having 2 rice cakes with 2 of the Laughing Cow cheese, so that's 5 smart points. Corey has requested garlic chicken, so I'm going to attempt a recipe. It's not one I found online because I don't have the stuff needed for it, but I'm supplementing some things. So I've got this chicken breast that I pounded down flat. It's just 1 breast, and I pounded it down pretty flat. Makes it tender too as well. I'm using about a 1/4 teaspoon of garlic powder because that's all the garlic I have. So I'm going to use the remainder of that. I have some sour cream here. I don't have chicken broth, but I'm making my own with this. 1 teaspoon to 8 ounces of water. So I have that in there. And then 1 tablespoon of butter, 1 tablespoon of white flour. And the first thing I'm going to do is dredge the chicken breast in the flour. Okay, the next thing I'm going to do is I'm heating up my pan here. This is a cast iron pan, and I am heating this up. I'm going to add 1 teaspoon. I gotta get this on the burner all the way. There we go. 1 teaspoon of olive oil. 1 tablespoon of butter. in there. And I'm gonna let that heat up nice and hot. I've got my chicken here that is dredged in flour. I'm gonna put some salt and pepper on it. And I did add some garlic powder to this as well, to the chicken breast. So this is looking pretty hot. It is sizzling up the butter. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and add my chicken breast right in the middle of the pan. And I'm just gonna leave that sit for a while. That looks perfect. So we flipped it over, and I've got the pan on medium high. Just turned it down just a little bit to just above medium. We're gonna leave this sit for a few more minutes. I measured out a 1/4 cup of regular 2% milk. You can use skim if you want. Oh, that's smelling so good. Okay, now I'm going to turn this down even more to like medium-low while this finishes up. I've got my garlic ready to go. I've got another 1/2 tablespoon of butter ready, and that's going to go in after I remove the chicken. Okay, so that is done. Now I put it in the tin foil and I covered it really well. I'm going to add that 1/2 tablespoon of butter right now, and then I'm going to add all of the garlic that I can. I'm going to add all of this garlic in here and just let that brown up a little. I'm going to put a 1/4 teaspoon of garlic powder in here as well. Just a 1/4 teaspoon. I'm going to let that brown up really well. I'm going to get my stock ready to go here. I'm going to guess it's only going to take a 1/2 cup, not a full cup, so I don't want to put in too much yet until I know where this is going. When this looks like it's browned up, which it does, yeah, okay, I'm going to add a 1/2 cup. So 1/2 of that. Sorry it's so noisy. It's very warm right now. Take my wooden spoon and give it a good stir and get all those bits of the chicken off the bottom. I'm going to go ahead and let this boil down just a little bit. I'm going to add my milk in there. And I'm just going to let this simmer down. I'm going to add a little salt and a little pepper. Continue to stir it around. It smells really good. Normally I'd add heavy whipping cream to this, but because this is Weight Watcher friendly, I use 2% milk, and I used a lot less of it. We don't need much sauce really. I've got my wild rice cooking in this pan next to here, and all I did with that is put a 1/2 cup of wild rice in with 1 cup of water. And I did add just a splash of soy sauce in there, in the rice while it cooks. I'm going to turn this up a bit so it boils a little bit. Okay, this looks really good. It's boiled down quite nicely. And it's actually quite thick enough, so I think I'm going to go ahead and take this off the heat. I'll give it another minute, one more minute. Right now I have a big bowl full of beans and cauliflower. I'm just gonna cover this up. I put a little water in the bottom, put it in the microwave for about 4 minutes. Okay, this is perfect. I'm gonna take it off. Okay. Then we're just gonna add the sour cream right to this. And we're gonna stir this into it. And that's your sauce right there. And does it smell good? So it's a white creamy sauce, but it's lower fat and a little healthier than the cream. And it looks really tasty actually. And you don't need much sauce. Okay, our rice is done. I put a 1/4 cup of rice on each plate. And that's 1/4 cup dry, so it swells up to about 1/2 cup, technically. And then we're gonna take our chicken and divide it in half. This is done just perfectly. Put that right over the top of your rice. Yeah, it's like a rice medley kind of thing. Take your sauce and pour that right over the top. And like I said, you don't need a whole lot. That's our dinner. Gonna see if you can fix our fridge, just out of curiosity. Hey guys, it's Carrie from Weight Watchers with Carrie. Do you guys remember who I am? I look a little bit different because I haven't been able to get my hair done because my beautician is out of service right now. I've got a lot of gray going on. That's okay though. I'm fine with that. The first thing I wanted to do coming on here, I wanted to throw out a big, huge thank you. I've been just going through some old comments. Guys, I have had comments from a month ago that I have not responded to. I've just been going through this little bit of a funk and I just kind of unplugged from everything. And I just realized that going through reading some of my comments, it just made me feel so much better. It made me feel like I wanted to start filming again. Corey's home for the last month, which has helped. It's definitely helped me stay more on my Weight Watchers plan because he's home and I'm cooking lunch for him and stuff. So we have lunch together, dinner together, breakfast together. Well, technically I have breakfast after him because he eats early. We've been kind of having our meals together, which has really helped, but I have gained yet more weight back. You could probably tell it in my face. And I really got to get control of myself. And I'm not sure what's going on with all of that. I don't know if it's because we're in lockdown, which I don't really think it is because I'm usually home all the time anyway. So this is really no different for me. The only difference is I'm not able to go into like the stores and walk around and just find, just shop for things that maybe I want to shop for, which it actually turns out to be good for us during this time of our life to be in lockdown because we have been on a strict budget trying to pay off all of our debt. And that is going fantastic. We have been right on plan with that. And I plan on making a small budget video to tell you guys where we're at there for those of you who watch my budget parts of my video. And we are doing fantastic on that. But I just don't know. I think it's just me being in this funk just because so much has changed and I'm not into change. I don't like change really in my life. I just like everything to stay pretty much normal. Today, I just wanted to throw that thank you out there for all of you guys who have commented to me. I had at least 100 messages on my phone. I even turned off my phone for a while and just left everything alone. I just needed that to clear my mind out, but it went a little too long because I kind of went into a mode that, I don't know, I was kind of going into depression almost. And I am not a depressed kind of person. I'm never feeling depressed, hardly at all. And when I feel that way, I think it's like a shock to my system because I usually don't get depressed at all. And I went on this new medication that I think is really helping me. And I went on it for hot flashes because I had been having serious hot flashes that are waking me up in the middle of the night. So I had to switch doctors because mine left. And so this new doctor that I have, she told me about this medication that I could go on that doesn't have, very few side effects and that would help my hot flashes. But she said is technically meant for depression. And it actually is making me feel a lot better. So I'm thinking it's helping both ways. I haven't had many hot flashes at all, very few, maybe one or two a week at night, but I never have any during the day anymore, which really helps because I would have them all day long and it would just be so frustrating. That's pretty much where I've been this last month. And now I'm catching up on comments. I have not answered all of my comments yet on YouTube, but I'm getting there. I am reading all of your comments and making sure I love them if I've read them, or in some instances I will comment. There's a couple questions that Corey is going to be answering. So if you had a question for Corey, I will let him know and he will go and answer that. And then I think I still have a few that I need to answer, but I have just been so far behind, you guys, and I am catching up on everybody's videos. With Corey being home the last month, I have not been able to go online. My TV's been off like all day. And thank God for YouTube Premium. And for the first week, I totally forgot I had it. And then after a while, I'm like, oh wait, I can download my videos and still watch them. I am not able to comment, but I can still watch them and give you guys the watch credit for that at least. So I've been downloading everybody's videos that I've been missing, all of the older videos. I start with the older videos first, and then I work my way up to the most current videos. So I've been watching everybody's videos. I haven't gotten to everybody yet, but over the next few days, I'm going to continue to watch while I clean and catch up on everybody's videos. I'm utilizing the YouTube Premium quite a bit, so I'm glad I did not cancel that. So with my weight gain, I was going to say weight loss, but technically I haven't had a loss. I have had gains again the last couple weeks, but they're small gains. Even so, they're still gains nonetheless, and I need to get control of my eating, and I have just been eating whatever and whenever I wanted, and I need to stop doing that. I need to just go back to what I was always doing when I first started, and I always say that and I just don't do it, or I do it for a week and then I get off of the plan again. I don't know why my mindset won't stay there this time. I don't know. I just don't know. I have no answer. I have no answer for that. Right now, I'm going to start out small and just begin my tracking everything again. I start out tracking in the morning early and I do so well. And then by dinner time, once I have a snack that I know I probably should not be having, technically in my mind, I shouldn't be having it, then it just throws me all out of whack. And then I just don't want to track anything else. Do you guys feel that way sometimes, that if you have a bad snack that you don't want to track it, and then it just ruins your whole day after that? I just need to start tracking everything. Even if it's bad, I need to start tracking it, or at least writing it down. I know one of you guys said in comments that if you write it down and see it, it like is better for you to write it down versus tracking it on your phone. So I think what I'll do, I'm going to just write it down in my tablet. Even if I don't track it on my phone, I'm going to at least write it down just so I'm kind of aware of what I'm eating, and then I can go back and say, hey, no wonder I gained a pound this week. Look at all of this stuff I've eaten. That is crazy. I need to just get back on this program, but I need to start slowly back and not just do it gung-ho 100%, because I think that's what I tried doing in the past. The last 3 times I was back on track for a couple days, I just tried to do everything all at once right away and I failed. And I just need to get back at it slowly. And when I remember back, I know I started out slowly. I started out walking like 5 minutes a day versus trying to go crazy and do 30 minutes, being that I was at 330 pounds. Realistically, I know in my head that I was not going to be able to do 30 minutes when I weighed 330 pounds. It just wasn't going to happen. So I would do, actually, I think I started out with a minute or two on my elliptical. Just doing 1 minute or two just tired me out. I'm like, okay, at least I did that. And so then I would continue that every day, just doing a minute. And even if I even if I have some days where I know I could do 20 minutes at a time, but if I don't want to, I'm not going to force myself to. I'm going to just say, okay, 5 minutes. Give myself 5 minutes. That's all I'm going to do. And then 90% of the time, it's like, okay, I could probably do 10 minutes. As long as I'm on here, I might as well just try and push it one more minute. That usually happens 90% of the time. Sometimes it doesn't, and that's okay. Just I get off and I'm just okay with it. So I think that's what I need to go back to, just right away, just start out slow, little tiny steps. I've got socks from Weight Watchers that says small steps. So that's what I need to do. I need to take those small steps and just try to get back in this game again. I've just been struggling so much, and now it's going on a year and a half, and it's embarrassing to say that. And I know some of you in comments said that you were embarrassed about it too. Let's stop being embarrassed about it and let's just be okay with it. Know that there's mistakes, know that you're not perfect, and know that it's okay to be where we're at today. We just can't give up and just got to keep going slowly. And I'm just going to say, I forgive myself for being stupid all these weeks, and I can just move on from here. I've got so much that I have to look forward to. I was just reading this comment that really changed my way of thinking about this whole coronavirus thing. I was feeling sorry for myself, and I just was feeling blah about everything. And then I read this comment. She is a nurse, her daughter's a nurse, and I think she said either her son or husband was a police officer. So they're all on the front line working. And so they all have such a humongous chance of getting this virus and possibly dying, and they're doing it all for us. And that really made me appreciate what I have now. It's like, I don't have to go to work on the front line. I don't have to go out to the store if I don't want to. I can do grocery pickup easily because we always have spots open here because we're in a smaller community. Some people can't get grocery pickups and they have to go into the grocery store and risk getting this virus possibly. And it just saddens me, and it just really makes me open my eyes and say, what are you feeling sorry for yourself for? I'm pretty well contained here in the country. We haven't even gotten a little bit of a cold out here yet, let alone the coronavirus. So it really made me open my eyes and think, you know what? You don't have it so bad out here, lady. Get a grip. So thank you for sharing all of your comments. You guys have really been there for me, even though I have been slacking on my videos and not being there for you guys. I appreciate you guys just coming back and saying, hey girl, where are you? And commenting and just leaving me these really nice messages. And I just a big thank you. You guys just warm my heart so much. And so that is kind of where I'm going to leave this right now. I'll get there. I will get there. And I'm never going to give up. I'm never going to stop Weight Watchers at all. We are in Weight Watchers for good. I'm not going to leave, even though I sometimes don't agree with how they do things. It's why I'm here today and why I've lost 100 pounds so far. And technically I can't even say I lost 100 pounds now because I didn't anymore. I've gained back, 35, 40 pounds, something like that. It keeps going up and up, guys. And so this Saturday, I'll get you a real total because I'm going to weigh in this Saturday morning. I've been having more gains than losses, put it that way. And that's the wrong way to go about this. So that's what I'm going to do. Slow steps, always slow steps. I have a question for all of you. What is the worst thing for you with being on lockdown? If your state is on lockdown, what is the worst part of that for you, for your situation where you're at right now? That's my question to you guys. Answer down in the comments below and let me know. That is it for today though, guys. I appreciate you guys again coming back and watching. Please like and subscribe if you haven't already, and please be sure to share it if you think anybody else may enjoy these videos. It helps me out a great deal, And you guys watching also helps me out. So thank you so much for always coming back and watching my channel. Even though I've been a slacker lately, I'm going to try to work on that. I always feel so much better when I film and when I share it with you guys. And when I read your comments, it's just amazing how much better it makes me feel. So I'm starting to get over this little hump, and I think the medication's really helping me out. So we will see if I can get some more videos out there every day for you guys. I really miss filming every day, and I really need to get into that habit again because I do so much better when I'm filming. Because when I'm filming my food, I always have to make sure I'm eating exactly what I film. And if I can't do that, I don't post it. I don't even post it. So if you guys know, if you don't see a video, I'm probably not doing the greatest because that's just me. One of these days, you guys will be shocked that I will post a bad day and you'll see what a true bad day is for me. I really need to get over my fear of filming that. When you see the headline, my bad day, be sure to watch that one because it'll be a doozy, I promise. Okay, guys, I'm gonna leave for now. I will talk to you guys hopefully tomorrow. I can never promise anything because I never know what I'm gonna do anymore. But hopefully I'll see you guys tomorrow. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Bye.